Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We're going to take a look right now at the offensive and defensive matchups for the Michigan State-Alabama College Football Playoffs semifinals with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Today is Monday, December 28th, so it's coming up. It's coming up, Joe Duffy. This game, of course, has Bama as a big favorite, 9.5 or 10. Total opened at 49 at Pinnacle that I saw. Now it's gotten bet significantly down. So people are definitely believers in the strong defenses in this game. Total is also uncertain, though, market-wide. 46, 46.5, or 47 are all market-wide numbers. So there's disagreement within the market, but the one thing that everyone does appear to be agreeing on is that defenses will rule here. Question is just how much. First question, let me ask you, obviously, Derrick Henry for Alabama. Can Michigan State stop him at all?
Certainly they can stop him. Michigan State is a very solid defense. In fact, they're tremendous against the run. That's really their strength, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are giving them a good chance, because they've got the ability to stop the run, and Alabama may be forced to put the ball in the air. Michigan State, they do have the 15th best defense. That's according to the Football Outsiders, but they're especially strong against the run, so there's no question that they can stop him. The question is, will they stop him? And I really think maybe the matchup is one of the reasons why a lot of the sharps are liking the under, because Derrick Henry, look, you're not going to shut him down, but I think Michigan State has a good enough defense where he's not going to run wild, so it might be a case where, he carries the ball 40 times for like 120, 130 yards, so it's not like they're going to be punting all that much. He'll be moving the ball, but not expeditiously. So I think that's one of the reasons why the under looks pretty good, because they're not going to give up the run, but they're not going to have enormous success against the run. So, I think Henry's going to have a very good game. He's well rested. Remember, he carried the ball 40 times each of his last two games, and that's where the rest is going to benefit him as much as any player on both teams. So, are they going to shut him down? No, but I don't think that he's going to have one of his best games, because Michigan State's defense is rock solid.
All right, and then let's talk about the Alabama defense. After the Ole Miss loss, which kind of, smacked them in the face a little bit, after that game, they led the nation, number one in the nation in fewest points allowed per game and fewest yards allowed per game, and that's, of course, going up against some quality offenses in the SEC. So obviously Alabama every year has a strong defense. This year, maybe arguably even stronger than normal. And then, Michigan State, quarterback Connor Cook was kind of banged up at the end of the year. Now he's had some time to heal. If Alabama did have a weakness or a relative weakness in their defense, it's against teams with big passing games and big receivers. Michigan State could have that. Aaron Burbridge plays a little bit bigger than he really is. Connor Cook, can he make Alabama pay? Maybe, but obviously since that Ole Miss game, Alabama's defense has been nothing short of awesome, right, Joe?
That is correct, and in fact, Alabama plays their best against these pro-style offenses. You remember, Alabama in the past few years, when they have struggled, it's been against those spread offenses, which is something that Michigan State clearly does not have, and for Michigan State to really attack that weakness, they'd have to really throw some wrinkles out there. And of course, they had a couple weeks off, but I don't really think they're going to do that. I think they're going to go with their strength. Connor Cook is clearly one of the better quarterbacks. Of course, really the key to this game is his arm rested? He says he is, but of course he's going to, he's got to say all the right things. Yeah. But we talked about Derrick, really each team's best player should benefit from the rest, because Derrick Henry, because he had carried the ball 40 times each of his previous two games, or touched the ball 40 times, and Connor Cook, because his arm's been hurting. So, if anything, maybe those of you who are leaning towards the over, if the line keeps dropping, that might be one reason why you'd want to consider the over, because the two marquee players should benefit a little bit from the rest. But I do agree that all in all, both of these defenses match up well, and especially because Michigan State runs the style of defense that Alabama dominates.
Yeah, all right. So what do you think about maybe a play on, just thinking out loud here, just getting your thoughts, a play on the Michigan State team total over? Because, when this Alabama defense is fully geared up and playing and clicking on all cylinders, they can shut anyone out. Definitely an offense like Michigan State as well. Do you think they hold Michigan State to single digits?
Well, what I actually think could be a good play for those of you who like to bet the live line, I think both of these offenses are going to still try to go to their strength, which is running the ball. And if it's a very low-scoring fourth quarter, clearly both of these offenses are going to have to make some adjustments and open it up. So I think betting a live line over if the first quarter goes as a lot of people expect, and there's maybe a 6-0 after the first quarter or 3-0 after the first quarter. I really think there could be some value in a live over if you are able to buy a very low total.
Interesting thoughts. Joe Duffy from offshoreinsiders.com. Thanks so much, and tell us what you have at offshoreinsiders.com for us this week.
Yeah, it's been a great run. Recently, we turned it around. We had a mini slump from Thanksgiving a couple weeks after that, but it's been a spectacular year overall. We have turned it around big time. 4-1 with our Wise Guy plays as we file this report the last 5, and a great year with Wise Guy Plays Majors. Just visit offshoreinsiders.com because there's football every day. We don't know what day you're going to be watching this. Just visit offshoreinsiders.com for the full list of winners.
Thanks so much, Joe.